I find that the hardest part of my job on a day-to-day basis is actually getting clients to think about what they want. So they know how much they want to earn, let's say, but they don't know what that means to their real life. So when I start asking them questions about when do you want to retire, what kind of lifestyle will you have, what things are important to you, what kind of holidays will you go on, and sort of building up this picture of the future, it's often a question that people really struggle to answer. Sort of the long-term direction, which I think is often, well, it's definitely the place that I start with financial planning for clients.
I did it slightly differently. I mean, obviously, I evolved my discovery process. For most people, money is a source of pain. I really believe that, even if they're not sure about it. And for other people, it's a measurement of how well they think they've done in life. Okay, that's fine as long as it doesn't become overbearing. What I used to start with is I would say to people, tell me your story. So if they were an entrepreneur or a banker or whatever it is, and I'd want to go back without being too quickly too deep, I would say, so what was it like growing up at home then? You know, what were the conversations about money growing up at home? Now, when someone starts telling you what it was like growing up at home around the dinner table, like either there was lots of money, or it was very, very, in my case growing up, there was very little money. It was either a source of joy and choices, or it was a source of pain and anxiety. Either they did talk about money, or they didn't talk about money. And when you know someone's money story, it tells you an awful lot about their motivations. It tells you an awful lot about their values. And it also helps them understand how they got where they are, whether that's good or bad. And one thing about hearing a money story is it's not about being judgmental. So what I was always interested in was, look, where are these people coming from? Because obviously, like you, I mean, I interviewed nearly 1,000 people in 25 years. There's a hell of a lot of people, and not one of them had the same story. They might have fallen into different kind of zones, if I can use that term. There might have been 7 or 8 different typical kind of clients, but they were all slightly different. And they all have different motivations and different fears and different aspirations. So I found that finding out someone's money story, and the magic was when they told me their money story and where money fitted in, they didn't even... It almost sort of tipped out of them as I left them the time and the space to speak about it. And then when I relayed it back to them, what they'd already told me, they were invariably blown away, because one, that they'd never heard those words liberated before about how money fitted into their childhood and their early years. But when I'd said it back to them, not only was it a revelation that they'd heard their own words, but that someone else had bothered to even listen. And this is about you being on the front foot. This is about you being the master. This is not money's good or bad. It's just you being intentional, you being on the front foot, and you calling the shots. It's about you being the conductor, not playing every instrument.